Today, I want to talk about how snitching on his higher-ups, like Ken Griffin, is Sam Bankman-Fried's last hope, as he's just been rearrested for something much more serious and is in a very sticky situation. So stay tuned and let's make some money. And now I'll dive straight in with the key information. So, Quiverquant tweeted saying, breaking news, Sam Bankman-Fried has been jailed for tampering with evidence. CNBC just produced this article of a US judge sending Sam Bankman-Fried back to jail over witness tampering. Not only that, but the judge sided with a request from federal prosecutors to revoke Sam's bail after alleged witness tampering. Not only has Sam been sent back to jail, but he's been sent there with no bail conditions, aka no second chance of a re-release. And Sam will be remanded into custody directly from his court hearing in New York, where he will remain ahead of his criminal trial on October 2nd. Sam has been sent to Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, which I hear isn't really a nice place. Obviously, Sam isn't going to want to stay there, and therefore it's likely he will end up snitching. Not only that, but his request for a delayed detention pending an appeal was also denied. So not only has he been sent back to jail straight away with no delayed detention, there's also no chance of a second bail or a re-release. The judge said, my conclusion is there is probable cause to believe the defendant tried to tamper with witnesses at least twice. It seems Sam clearly has something to hide if he's been witness tampering not just once but on two separate occasions. And obviously, unless Sam wants to remain in this detention centre with his future looking ever more bleak, his last opportunity or his last chance is now to snitch. And not only that, but it seems as of yesterday evening, there's yet another indictment that's just been filed against Sam Bankman-Fried. So it seems not only is he back in jail, but actually the charges against him are starting to stack up. It seems Sam could be headed to jail for a long time, unless he takes the easy way out and snitches on the higher-ups. And as Robert tweeted, he said, get ready because Sam Bankman-Fried will rat everyone out. He said that Sam might as well give everyone up because it's likely that Sam could potentially have an accident in the not too distant future. And when I say accident, I mean accident. He says MCC Lower Manhattan is no joke for those rubbish accidents. Therefore, unless SBF wants to get Epstein with all the cameras off and all of the security guards asleep, he might as well start ratting everyone out as quick as he possibly can to get out of that jail. You may be saying, well, Tom, Sam Bankman-Fried paid off quite a few politicians and some of his charges have already been dropped. Is he really going to end up going to jail or not? But as Frank has tweeted, a former Silicon Valley Bank vice president will spend 15 months in prison for falsifying documents. So it seems somebody is already taking the fall for the Silicon Valley Bank collapse, and somebody still needs to take the fall for FTX and likely the upcoming market crash as well. Is it going to be Sam Bankman-Fried rotting away in prison, or is he going to give up some of his superiors like Ken Griffin? This is also happening at a very interesting time as the cost to borrow for AMC as of yesterday and this morning has been skyrocketing once again, back towards 1,000%. The AMC cost to borrow average has rocketed back to 706% and the cost to borrow maximum has rocketed to 956%, nearly back over that 1,000% mark. That comes after an additional 5 million shares were borrowed yesterday in an obvious attempt to ladder the stock down. Now don't be fooled, many shills are out there telling you the squeeze is over as the conversion and reverse split is going ahead and that Adam Aaron must be about to dilute AMC with an additional 400 million shares. They say the stock price has fallen, the cost to borrow has fallen and therefore the AMC play must be over. But don't forget, Adam Aaron only wants to dilute by a mere 25 million shares. On top of that, the cost to borrow is running once again, and the only reason the price fell yesterday is due to these additional 5 million borrowed shares that were shorted into the market. These shares were also likely shorted into the market in the pre-market hours and the aftermarket hours over the weekend, where obviously those trading halts do not have an effect. These shorts have tried to combine a ladder attack and the creation of more synthetic shares with the announcement of the conversion and reverse split going ahead, obviously trying to blame the price drop on the conversion and not the creation of more synthetics. Obviously, it's not for me to tell you to buy or sell shares of AMC. That's something you need to make up for yourself, whether you think the play is dead or not. You can currently get a guaranteed free share of Tesla, a $50 cash reward, and up to 15 free stocks, which you could always use to buy more shares of GameStop, AMC, or of Ape. All you have to do is sign up to MooMoo using the link in the description below and make the required qualifying deposit. Signing up to MooMoo is free, it just requires that temporary deposit, and it's a really great way to help support the channel and to help support me as well. And on top of that, MooMoo is really easy to use. They've got tons of technical indicators and advanced charting tools and their own options trading platform. And speaking of that 25 million share dilution, it seems the shills are coming out against Adam Aaron for diluting out of the gate. They've completely ignored the fact that it's not 400 or 500 million shares because it's only 25 million. Now they're saying it's bad that Adam Aaron is diluting after conversion. When Ape was first released, the shorts were upset that Adam Aaron didn't dilute straight out the gates because obviously the price of Ape and AMC ripped straight away. Obviously, Adam Aaron left it a few months before diluting, by which time the price of Ape had fallen. But now, all of a sudden, Adam Aaron has learnt from his mistakes and wants to dilute during that rip, but again, the shills seem to be upset. It seems nothing under the sun can please these shills, but again, I guess that's why shills will be shills. Shills always have something negative to say, regardless of what happens. Now, on top of that, you may have also seen that Michael Burry has placed a huge leveraged short position on the stock market with put options. Michael Burry has just taken out on notional face value over $1.6 billion worth of puts on the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. What's impressive about this position is that it's actually larger than his bet against the housing market back in 2007 to 2009. Back then, Michael Burry bought $1.3 billion in credit default swaps, and now he's buying $1.6 billion worth of puts, which suggests that Michael Burry is actually more confident on a market crash now than he was on a housing market crash back in 2007. Clearly, Michael Burry is expecting some kind of massive credit event to happen over the next few months and is betting on that massively. We know Michael Burry was also previously long on GameStop, and therefore maybe he's expecting another meme stock squeeze that crashes the market. And finally, I also wanted to clarify something from my video the other day where I spoke about GameStop spending 35 days on the regulation SHO list. As Travis corrected, he said that GameStop actually spent 39 days on the regulation SHO list in 2021. He said that it spent 35 days on the regulation SHO list, and then some smaller funds were indeed margin called after that 4-day grace period, therefore spending a total of 39 days on the regulation SHO list before the January 2021 run. We know AMC is very close to that 39-day limit, so I'm very excited to see what happens through the remainder of this week and next week too. But guys, be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments below. And as always guys, be sure to ding that notification bell, because that way you'll be alerted when I upload a new video. Cheers.